What's up, y'all? Got a banger from Man Talk. Let's get straight into it.
I want to be a boss. I want to be independent. I don't need a man. I can do this all on my own.
A few moments later.
I just found out today that my ex-husband is engaged.
Oh no, he moved on. No.
Nobody cares.
And I'm unwell.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
And like, even though, yes, it was me that was like, hi, I want divorce. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Bro, what? You made the decision to get the divorce and now you're upset about it? Huh?
Stupid.
What is that? It's like making your mind up and buying something and being mad that you bought it. Like, what?
It brings up all these feelings.
Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You should have just stayed with your man.
It brings up all this like stuff.
Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
And we have a kid and it brings up all this stuff.
Ooh, you know what that means? Now you are a
Single mom.
poor baby. Welcome to the club. The wall is right around the corner.
Around him.
Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody
Freaking cares.
Nobody cares.
Oh.
The Beethoven, bro. The Beethoven. This is what I don't get with these women, bro. You wanted the divorce, you got the divorce, and now you're mad that you have a divorce? Like, what is that? How does that make any sense? You wanted that. You wanted it 100%. You filed, you went through with it, and now you're mad that you're divorced and he moved on? This is why I say women are children. Women grow old, they never grow up. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Women grow old, they never grow up. They stay about the mental maturity of about an 8 to 12-year-old. They're just emotional, and it is what it is. I'm not bashing women in any way. That's just the reality of it all. Women just act like children. This woman's acting like a child. She wanted to break up with this guy, but then she's mad that he moved on. How does that make any sense?
That I had more people that were like totally honest and like super transparent in really difficult times.
Oh, right. It's not your fault.
Yeah, of course, it's never her fault. Accountability is the plague to these women. It's just they want sympathy from simps. That's why we have to end the simp-ademic. I got another chick here that it's kind of the same song and dance. Let's pull this video up really quick, though. But, like, this is a common phenomenon. This isn't something new. We see this a lot. Women divorce their husbands, and then they're all sad that they're divorced. Like, you wanted the divorce. What are you talking about?
The other day, I found out that my former spouse had recently gotten engaged to someone else.
Good for him.
Now, I'm about 2 years out from my own divorce, and let me tell you, it's still a kick in the gut. It sucks.
Well, of course it does.
Dude, this makes no sense, bro. You broke it off with him. The text on the screen says, when your ex get engaged to someone else. You broke up with him, and now you're mad that he moved on. These women want their cake, they want to eat it too. They just want to see you miserable. And a lot of these women think that they are God's gift to this earth, and they think that a man is not going to do better once they get back in the market. The thing is, a lot of guys can go out there and find another woman who's, you know, fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, no kids. There's a lot of these women out there. We have some in the chat right now. But the thing is, these women think that, oh, he'll never be able to replace me. He'll never be able to find a woman better than me. That was the best thing that ever happened to him. No, you weren't. You weren't. He can find another you in a minute, and he can go get another chick that'll get on his page and not be a headache. These women just need therapy at the end of the day. They really do.
Had all of these conflicting thoughts and emotions, even though I know I made the right decision and I'm so happy in my new relationship.
Stop the cap. Every day, more lies.
It's
If you're so happy, then why are you looking at your ex? Why are you still checking on him? Chat, let me know right now. Do you check on your exes 2 years after you broke up with them? Are you on social media looking at what they're doing? I'm not. I don't give a flip what they're doing. I don't give a fudge sickle what my exes are doing. I'm happy with what I got right now. I got Lokes, I got Cass. I'm happier than I ever could be. Why would I worry about what my ex is doing? I don't care about what you're doing. Go do your thing, baby girl.
still just a huge shock. And I really started to get in my...
Wait, but she got a man, but he got a chick, but that's a shock to her. Bro, come on.
Stupid.
This is so dumb.
my own head about it. Just thinking like, Why wasn't I enough for this person to change and meet my expectations? Why does it seem like he is able to do that with this new person?
Probably because our expectations aren't astronomically high. This is what I always say: when expectations get set and then they don't get met, people get upset. Realistic expectations. You can have an expectation for someone, but you need to communicate that to them and see what they think about it. I know, a crazy concept, right? Some kids on the baseball team aren't going to be the fastest running around the bases. Some kids on the football team aren't going to be the ones that can throw the football the farthest. Some kids on the track team aren't going to be the fastest. So the expectation has to be different for every single person. This is something I learned with being a teacher. Like, your classroom is only as smart as the dumbest kid. I know that sounds brutal, but it's the whole analogy of you're only as strong as the weakest link. The same thing with these relationships. If one of you guys has an expectation, you need to communicate that to the other person and say, hey, can you meet this expectation? And if you can't meet it to my standards, what standard can you meet it to? Most of these relationships just come down to a miscommunication between the man and the woman. Most of the time, it's an egregious expectation from the woman that she wants this man to meet. But the thing is, she never communicates it to him. How would I know what to do if you never tell me what to do, dummy?
Stupid.
I must not have been good enough for him
Bingo! Yahtzee!
Probably
to
it.
want to change and be different.
Or better yet,
No. This is what I also hate. Women think that men should change for them. No, you fell in love with me for being the man I am. Why would I change for you? Why would I change anything? If anything, we need to grow as a unit together. I don't want to just get into a relationship and change. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I don't think it's your job as a man to come in and change. Do I think it's a point to be better? Yes, and strive to be better every single day. Because we're better together, and together we're better. But the thing is a lot of women just want to change the men that they already are with. You can't change him. You can maybe help him be a little bit better, be more efficient, not throw his socks on the floor, throw him in the hamper, help you with the dishes. These are things, but if you're trying to change who he is as a person, bro, you need to cut and run. Don't let a woman change you.
And then I kind of took a step back and thought, what if he is this way because of me? What if he learned these lessons
Baby girl, you need therapy.
the hard way through our divorce, and now he's able to show up differently with his new partner?
yeah, you probably...
I mean, he probably learned what he wasn't looking for with you. And was like, oh, I want a woman that's actually logical, maybe a little bit, not ridiculous, doesn't have crazy high standards. So maybe that's some of the things he was looking at. So maybe you helped him with that.
And I feel like that's just a more empowering way to look at it.
It's always got to be empowering,
You
doesn't it?
are worthy of love. You are worthy of your expectations. And just because
I love it. Dude, it's like they get mailed a modern woman handbook. You're worthy. Know your worth, queen. Don't settle. This is why I always say women change their environment to fit their mindset, and men change their mindset to fit their environment. Women have to look for an echo chamber of delusion and misery because misery loves company, and these women don't want to ever be alone. Well, she got a boyfriend right now. Why are you talking about your ex when you got a whole boyfriend? Come on.
somebody wasn't able to meet them for you doesn't mean that
The next
it's
man
your
can.
fault or you're not enough.
It's never your fault, ever.
Translation.
Yeah, it's pure cope. Pure copium. She's overdosing on copium. But the problem is you know what it's a common theme here, chat, that we see. And put a 1 in the chat if you agree. These women never take accountability for anything they did in the relationship. It's always what the man did. It's always, well, he wasn't meeting me where I was. He just wasn't exceeding my expectations. He wasn't doing this. He wasn't doing that. Where is the accountability where you say, you know what, as a woman, my expectations were too high. I was expecting him to do too much. I wasn't communicating the way I felt to him early on enough, so things started to fester, and then we started having a lot of arguments. Where did that go? Like, what happened to the days where we could just communicate like adults? It's absolute crazy. And that's because navigating the dating scene can be absolutely brutal, but so can dealing with the aftermath of an accident. Have you ever been involved in a personal injury case? Over the years as an image consultant, I've worked with many clients recovering from workplace accidents, car accidents, and more. And I was actually shocked to learn how often people lose their personal injury cases. That's why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you end up working with them, they're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida of $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. If you've been injured in an accident, don't wait. You can go visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, to start your free claim today. Y'all know what time it is. So W's in the chat for Des Shannon for sending these Rome sustainable dog chews. We got Aussie, Buck, and Roo. And I guess ostrich, venison, and kangaroo. So let's see if he likes these. Open these bad boys up. I can never open these. I don't know about you guys, but the one thing I've never been able to open is Pringles cans. I know that's like the most random thing ever, but I can never open a Pringles can. I like get that, you know, the little film off all the way. All right, what do we got here? This one seems good. This one seems good. I don't know what this is. Ooh, boy, it stinks. And now it's all over my fingers. I know he's gonna like it though. Lucky free. Sit. Wait. Can we get some freeze in the chat? Some freeze in the chat, please. Okay, thank you. Free. Go to your place. Let's see if he likes it. Uh-oh. Sorry, chat. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Come on now. God, I'm so dumb, bro.
Stupid.
Hey, he seems to like it. I don't know if that was an ostrich neck or I don't know what that was, but he seems to be digging it. So the chick that we were reacting to, apparently she was a divorce attorney. This is, wow, this is about to get really good here. Let's get back into this.
I am a divorce attorney turned marriage and divorce coach.
Leave me alone.
What?
Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
And I'm approaching my new marriage in a few months.
And she
Bro, how are you a marriage and divorce coach when you're
just
divorced?
told the world without
Like, what is that?
even realizing.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. How can you be a coach on something you're bad at? That's like being the worst player on a football team and being like, I turned into a coach. Like, what? How does that make any sense? You're not even good at the
Burning
game.
Man in divorce is literally her job, and yet he's still marrying her. So both of these guys are doing the exact same thing again, expecting different results.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result.
Oh, Jesus.
I guess some men just have to learn the hard way.
Wow, she's a divorce attorney, and now she's a marriage and divorce coach. Bro, you can't make this stuff up. The stories write themselves, chat. Let's get into the Discord, see what you guys got. Is there any other battle stations that we need to react to? Okay, well, I think I've seen some of these. Dude, how did this guy know? Look at this. This is from Antonek Vids. I'd rate my setup either 5.5 or a 6. I'd like to hear some feedback. Okay, and this dude has the Pringles can. Dude, how perfect is that? We're just talking about Pringles cans. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's just a lot of clutter, man. It's a lot of clutter. I mean, you do have this on there. I was gonna give this like a 3, but I'll actually give you a 5 because you got the glass desk. I do like that. Just organize it a little bit more. Organize it a little bit more. Was that your gaming chair? Oh, you got the TV above? That's not bad, dude. Just clean up the clutter. Like, you could easily clean up that clutter, bro. You know, I like things clean and tidy and nice and neat. This is from that guy. Who's this from? What's his name again? This is from Alamel. This is the guy that has like that race car setup. This is sick, dude. I don't care what anybody says, dude. This is like JP from the Grandma's Boy when he's like, does the music intimidate you? He's like, no, I just don't really like techno. We reacted to that scene during a live stream. Who's this from? This is Chris. I wonder what you would rate my battle/workstation from 1 to 10. All right, let's see what we got here. Laptop here. I like this little side one. Looks like you got a pin. It's nice and tidy. Not bad on the cord cable management. I know some things have to be plugged in. I have some things that are around here as well. But it looks like it's up off the floor. I like the view. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. I think it's very nice. I think you got a solid. Looks like you do some 3D rendering or something like that. So good for you, bro. Let's get into the suggestions chat and see what we have. Rejection is not the worst thing that can happen to a man. This is from Emily King's channel. Let's see what we got.
Here's a hot take that might ruffle some feathers. And if so, good. Let's ruffle them up. Instead of normalizing women making the first move, can we normalize men to pay attention to and understand the subtle cues of body language? Because women already do make the first move. It's called
Stop the cap.
eye contact.
Oh my God. That is not the first move, honey. Not at all. Not even close.
Listen, if a woman locks eyes with you, she glances at you more than one time, gives you a soft smile, that is the first move. That is the green light. That is her way of saying, hey, I've spotted you. Come talk to me.
Are you kidding me? I mean, she looked at me, dude, like she loves me, bruh. She really likes me, bruh. She looked at me. Stop it, honey, stop.
Like, worst case, you go talk to her and she says, no thanks, I'm not interested, I'm out with my friends tonight. That's gonna hurt your ego for like a minute, and then you're gonna get over it.
A man being
Why
rejected.
don't you go do that then? If it only hurts the ego for a minute, why don't you go shoot your shot?
Shots fired!
If it only hurts the ego for 1 minute, why don't you do it?
By a woman that he approaches is not the worst thing that can happen, because being called a
Well, and most of the time, yeah, most of the time these women will say SA, they'll call you a creep, they'll yell, say, no, I'm not interested. Like, these women be freaking out in public. It's not just, most women aren't polite, like, you actually, no, thank you. Most women don't do that, bro.
This is how I know I picked the right man. The other day, my husband went to the gym, and on the way back from the gym, he was like, hey, I'm going to stop at the store to get some beef. Do you need any? I'm on my period, so I was like, no, I just don't really feel good. Like, if you could try to hurry back, that'd be cool. He's like, yeah, I'm literally just getting beef. I'm like, okay. We live 2 minutes from the grocery store, so an hour goes by, he's still not home. I'm tracking him. He's literally in the middle of the grocery store. I'm like in such a bad mood at this point. And only because when I'm in the middle of my period, I have like one day that I just have a really bad migraine, and this was that day. Anyways, he gets home. I see on our cameras that he only has one bag, so I'm just like annoyed. I'm like, oh my gosh, he really just took like an hour just to get beef. He comes inside, of course, I'm like pouting, but he doesn't notice. Kind of just like fiddling around in the kitchen, and he's not unbagging his beef to put in the fridge, so I go to take his beef and put it in the fridge for him. And I open the bag. There's no beef. But what there is 3 boxes, 3 different brands of tampons. I'm like, what's this? He said, oh, I decided not to get beef, but I noticed that you were out of tampons, so I went into the tampon aisle, and I was trying to figure out which tampons don't have hard metals in it because they're so toxic for you. Meanwhile, like, I've not spoken to him about, like, all the toxic stuff that they're finding in tampons. Like, he found out this information on his own. And that's the reason that he took so long, because he was standing in the middle of the tampon aisle trying to research what tampons don't have toxic metals in them. So he ended up coming home with 3 different brands of tampons so I could have my pick. Like, that is a good...
I mean, solid guy, right? You got to take care of your woman in my regard.
Definitely.
And I think it's just not where I thought that story was going. I'll be honest. I was kind of like, huh? Okay, whatever.
Yesterday morning, I had to call the pharmacist and ask him a quick question. And when I did, he insulted me. I was shocked and so upset. By the time my husband got off work, I was still upset, and I told him what happened. My husband said, nobody speaks to my wife like that. We're going down there right now. When we got there, my husband walked right up to the pharmacist and demanded an apology. The pharmacist looked at us and said, now just a minute. Listen to my side of the story. This morning, my alarm didn't go off, so I didn't get up on time. Ran out of the house without any breakfast, just to realize I just locked the door and left my car keys and my house keys inside. So then I had to break a window to get my keys. Then, since I was speeding to work, I got pulled over by a cop and got a ticket. Then when I was about 2 blocks from the store, I realized I had a flat tire. When I finally got to the store, there was a bunch of people waiting outside to get in. When I opened the door, I immediately had to start helping people. And while I was doing that, the phone was ringing off the hook. Then I had to break a roll of quarters against the cash register drawer to make change, and they spilled all over the floor. I had to get down on my hands and knees to pick up all the coins while the phone was still ringing off the hook. When I went to stand up, I banged the back of my head on the cash register drawer. That made me stagger backwards into a shelf. I knocked over a whole display, and half the shelf spilled all over the floor. Meanwhile, the phone was still ringing. When I finally got back there to answer it, it was your wife. She wanted to know how to use a rectal thermometer. Believe me, sir, as God is my witness, all I did was tell her where to put it.
Shove it up your... That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I was like, this must be a joke. She must be leading up to a joke. But goodness gracious. Loki, are you tired today? We took him on a WALK today. I don't know about you guys, but if I say that word, his ears perk up and he thinks he's going to go outside. I don't want to get him excited because we're not about to go on one. We went on one this morning. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go cop the 2 ebooks, The 4 Pillars of Personality and The 4 Steps to Style. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.